There are individual achievements that people have made at the club, and it's easy to look at the obvious ones, and we're very proud of, for example, Ethan Ampadu, who's recently this season's broken the club record for the youngest player to have started a senior game for Exeter City. Cliff Bastian's record from whenever it was, so long ago now, I can't remember. But it's a wonderful achievement for everybody, Ethan particularly, but the club generally, and a club that's got the health and the strength and the composure to make that decision and provide years of development for that moment. It's not a one day thing. It's years of health and balance at the club and that's a big moment, and I feel I'm privileged to have had that opportunity to select him. Dave Wheeler scoring his 7 goals in 7 games recently. It's funny, these things creep up on you and suddenly it's a big thing, and wow, he's done it. It was a shame it couldn't have been 8. But as a manager, you're always asking for more, I suppose, from your players. But a brilliant achievement from David. But then there are other records within all that where I think over the last 10 years or so, there's been more players who have played 100 games or more for the club. We've entered this period of consideration and continuity with Steve Perryman and Julian Tagg and Mike Radford and Simon Hayward and myself and Mel Gwinnett, coaches and secretaries and chairmen and people who have been at the club a long time, and that just produces an environment of steady, measured decisions. And the result of that is we had lots and lots of players who've made 100+ games for the club, who have stayed here. There hasn't been turmoil and boom and bust. It's been steady and thoughtful and considered, and players have made progress in their careers. There's been lots and lots and lots of players who've played 100 games plus, all at the same time within teams, and I think they are individual achievements that I think we should be very proud of. And we'll always look at individual performances. I will over there's been certain days when someone has stood out and produced a performance. Ollie Watkins against Plymouth Argyle last season, scoring those 2 late goals to win the derby. That won't be forgotten. I mean, that's going to be anybody had the fortune to see it, an Exeter supporter, I suppose even Plymouth supporters, it'd be etched in their memory. It's just an amazing achievement. And the game against Leeds United, Ryan Harley scoring 2 goals against Leeds. There's individual performances that have stood out, and the likes of Adam Stansfield, who gave so much energy to the team and such a selfless team player. I would say we've had the fortune to have a number of those type of players who have given themselves for the team and no ego and just worked and done whatever's asked of them. And Adam was probably the I suppose the best example of that. If you were a supporter, and if for one day you could play for your club and in what manner you would play, they'd probably see themselves being Adam Stansfield, just running for everything. They'd like to think they'd have the energy to do it. There weren't many players that had the energy to do it, but his type of performance would be what a supporter, I would do that. If I was going to play for my club, maybe I wasn't the most talented, but I would give that type of effort over and over and over again. So there's been numerous players, numerous individual performances that I've been lucky enough to be part of, to help produce, which I'm very proud of. I'm hoping to get some more. I don't think we're done yet. So I think we're very committed here. We're committed to our ownership, the community. We're committed to what we are. We commit to our players. They don't all score 2 goals against Plymouth Argyle, but we still love them the same. We don't have it that way. We are committed to our players. We want all players to do well. It's an environment where players and people that want to put effort in have the right personality for this mission. Because you have the right personality to be part of Exeter City. And it's a certain type of player, certain type of coach, certain type of support staff, certain type of supporter that gravitates towards this club, and I'm hoping we're going to get a few more days and a few more big performances in the coming years.